Thank you for joining us tonight. We are Team Dorothy, and we're going to be talking about how you can stress the importance and the value of team goals. So according to Dr. Jay Nunemaker from the University of Arizona, collaboration is making joint cognitive effort in achieving an agreed upon group goal. The key to this definition is really the word joint. Oftentimes when working in a project team, whether it's a virtual team or face-to-face, the team members don't understand the reason they're involved, or they have competing viewpoints on what the goal of the project really is and side agendas. So the value of having a team goal and the importance of the team goal is really to drive an efficient and an effective team meeting and project and not result in wasted energy, wasted time, and project resources. So today we are going to take you inside Union Pacific to demonstrate the importance of this. And how a leader can establish those team goals up front, especially in a critical time when we're dealing with a train derailment in Oklahoma. Chelsea?
Well, welcome everyone. As you probably have guessed, I brought you here today to discuss the hazardous materials that leaked from our rail cars in Oklahoma City this morning. The substance, which we will refer to as the fog, can cause serious skin disorders for anyone who comes into contact with it. Unfortunately, there are talks of postponing the Oklahoma City Thunder game tonight, or tomorrow night rather, and Kevin Durant is even live tweeting the event. To deal with this disaster, I have brought each of you here to bring in your specific knowledge. We have Evan from Safety, Kayla, Director of PR, and Megan, Finance. And I will be here to discuss operation issues. So our main goal is to get back on track. We want to reestablish standard operations safely and with as little noise as possible. You want to start with the main concerns of each department?
Yep.
Absolutely. So as the Director of Safety, I want to move in quickly. We got a lot of people in this area, especially tomorrow night. There's going to be an Oklahoma City Thunder game. There's against Cleveland Cavaliers. It's against LeBron James. Everybody's going to be at this game. A little over 18,000 people will be at this game, back in that stadium. The actual crash happened right here along Gaylord Boulevard, which is right next to the stadium. So we're going to have traffic jams just from the people coming to the game in the first place. We're going to need to shut that game down, first of all, because we can't have that many people in the area of this crash where the fog is coming in. And the things that it can do to people and their skin, we don't want anybody around the area, so we want to set up roadblocks a mile, maybe even 2 miles out, get the hazmat crew in there as fast as we can, deploy the fog begone just to get rid of this nasty stuff. We also need a cleanup crew going out to the actual area where the train derailed, figure out why it derailed, what happened, and start to clean up that area as soon as we can as well.
I understand the importance of safety. I'm not trying to devalue the emphasis that we need to put on safety, but from a PR standpoint, like, this game cannot get canceled. With it being the biggest game of the season, with LeBron and his new team coming to town, and the fact that Kevin Durant is already kind of up in arms, this would put such a negative influence on the area and our company, and something that we would never be able to escape from. This game has to go on.
Yeah, and I agree. We'd have to think about the lawsuits that are going to come from us postponing a game. But I understand the need to get there and the safety issues as well. But financially, can we take this sort of hit? Shutting down a 2-mile radius in downtown Oklahoma City is going to cost us a lot of money. We are going to have to ship people out there. That's all financially an expense that we don't know if we have any return on. So we've got to take in our financial situation when we're making these decisions and see if we can postpone some of these activities till when we can do it more economically.
You all have bound concerns, but at this point it doesn't matter the cost or the publicity. We need to handle it immediately. Let's go back to our original goal of getting back on track and use SMART goals and the model to break up the task and meet all the individual requirements.
So, in conclusion, to step away from the demonstration, in our collaboration here, the SMART goals framework was referenced so that we all stated our individual priorities and our own agendas, but the director of operations and our overall team leader is the one that's going to use this framework to divide it up so we can figure out how to eventually solve the issue. Forbes recently published a great article on Goal Setting 101, and it discussed breaking up large goals into chunks and focusing on the mini chunks to get to the big goal, and that's what we were doing here. And finally, Dr. J. Nunemaker, his reference to the wisdom of the crowds, where it discusses everyone has their own expertise, everyone has their own, unique wisdom. How does each person bring that to the table, and how do we collaborate all of everyone's unique insight to the issue to help solve the greater problem that we have? So,
Great. Well, thank you for joining us today, and we hope you learned something valuable from our presentation.